The darkness of the night sky stretches endlessly, a velvet ocean filled with glittering stars. Among them, hidden to the naked eye but revealed by the gaze of powerful telescopes, lies a breathtaking wonder, the Whirlpool Galaxy, also known as M51. Imagine the first time it was seen, the moment in history when astronomers realized this glowing spiral of light was not just another smudge in the heavens, but a galaxy of its own. How astonishing must have been to discover that this was no single star, no cluster, but a sprawling city of billions of suns arranged in a swirling, hypnotic dance. The Whirlpool Galaxy, nearly 31 million light years away, became the very first celestial object identified as spiral. To the early astronomers, its shape was like a divine symbol, a cosmic fingerprint written across the universe. Through the telescope's glass, its arms appeared as luminous spirals, like a whirlpool frozen in time. And so, its name was born. Even today, when modern instruments capture in high resolution, its beauty leaves us speechless. Bright, curving arms sweep outward in a perfect spiral, glowing with the birth of new stars. Dust lanes weave through them, painting dark streaks across the glowing canvas of light. Hydrogen gas, compressed and stirred by gravity, becomes a cradle for suns yet to be born. Isn't it extraordinary? A galaxy that is not just static, not just a frozen wheel, but a living, breathing factory of stars. As we drift closer in imagination, we see how immense this galaxy truly is. Its spiral arms stretch across 76,000 light years, vast beyond comprehension, yet delicate and graceful in their symmetry. The Whirlpool's central core burns brightly, a glowing nucleus where ancient stars cluster tightly, orbiting a hidden supermassive black hole. Around it, the spiral arms swirl with the drama of creation and destruction, the eternal cycle of cosmic evolution. The story of the Whirlpool is not only one of beauty, but of power, gravity, and eternal transformation. It has become a symbol of the spiral galaxies that fill our cosmos, a reminder that our own Milky Way, too, shares such a form, though seen from within. Could it be that by looking at the Whirlpool, we are gazing into a mirror of what our own galactic home might look like to a distant observer? The thought itself sparks wonder, doesn't it? So let us embark on a journey through this spiral marvel, from its arms of fire and dust to its glowing center, from its companion galaxies tugging at its structure to the stars it continues to give birth to. The Whirlpool Galaxy is more than just a distant smudge of light. It is a story written in the language of the cosmos, and it is waiting to be told. As our view tightens, the Whirlpool spiral arms come into sharp focus. What first appears as glowing streaks of light suddenly reveals itself as a masterpiece of complexity. These arms are not simply decorative. They are engines of creation, factories of life-giving energy. Hydrogen gas, vast clouds stretching for light years, drifts through these spiral lanes. When gravity compresses these clouds, the pressure and heat ignite nuclear fusion. And just like that, a new star is born. Imagine it, entire clusters of suns, blazing to life, lighting up the darkness. In these star nurseries, some stars burn hot and fast, brilliant blue giants that will live for only a few million years before exploding in dazzling supernovae. Others, like smaller, cooler suns, may endure for billions of years, perhaps long enough to nurture planets and, who knows, maybe even life. But beauty often hides drama. Alongside the brightness of young stars lies the shadow of space dust. Long, dark filaments snake through the arms, obscuring light, twisting and curling like smoke across the galaxy's canvas. These dust lanes, made of carbon and silicates, absorb and scatter starlight, adding mystery to the luminous spiral. Without them, however, star formation would not thrive, for dust and gas together weave the fabric from which stars are born. The Whirlpool's arms also reveal a cosmic rhythm. They are not fixed structures of matter but density waves, patterns moving to the galaxy, compressing clouds as they pass, much like ripples in a pond. This explains why the arms sparkle with young stars, while older stars drift more widely in the disk. It's a grand dance of matter and energy, endlessly shaping and reshaping the galaxy. And then, we see something even more thrilling. The Whirlpool is not alone. It has a companion galaxy, NGC 5195, a smaller system currently interacting with it. This cosmic neighbor tugs the Whirlpool's arms, distorting them, drawing out streams of stars and gas. It is as if two dancers are locked in a cosmic embrace, one giant and graceful, the other smaller yet pulling at its partner's form, reshaping the choreography of the spiral. What we see as beauty is also the result of gravitational struggle, a slow-motion encounter that has lasted hundreds of millions of years. Everywhere we look, the arms of the Whirlpool tell a story of birth and death, of dust and fire, of creation sparked by destruction. Isn't it remarkable? A galaxy that shows us, in glowing arms of starlight, the very cycle of existence written across the heavens. Now we draw closer to the galaxy center. The nucleus glows with a brilliance that outshines the surrounding disk, a dense heart pulsing with ancient light. Here, at the very core, stars orbit tightly packed together, their combined glow forming a bright core visible even from 31 million light years away. But what lies hidden within this heart? At the very center of the Whirlpool Galaxy, scientists believe, lurks a supermassive black hole, silent, invisible. Yet with a mass millions of times greater than our sun, it rules the galactic nucleus with unyielding gravity. Stars whip around it at tremendous speeds, their light bending and curving under its grip. Gas falls inward, heating as it spirals down, radiating energy before disappearing into the abyss. It is both a destroyer and a sculptor, shaping the galaxy that surrounds it. But this black hole is not a lonely monster. Around it, a dense cluster of stars, some as old as the galaxy itself, shimmer like ancient guardians. These stars, smaller, cooler in age, represent the galaxy's earliest generations. They have survived for billions of years, orbiting the galactic heart, while younger stars of the arms continue their fiery cycles. As we stare at the nucleus, we feel a strange mix of awe and unease. It is dazzling and terrifying all at once. This is where time itself seems to bend, where the laws of physics are pushed to their very limits. Yet it is also the anchor of the galaxy, the gravitational force that binds this cosmic spiral together. Can you imagine standing on a planet orbiting a star deep within this nucleus? The night sky would not be dark at all. Instead, it would be ablaze with thousands of stars glowing so brightly that darkness itself would vanish. Such is the density of the galactic heart. The Whirlpool's core reminds us that galaxies are not merely pretty shapes drifting in space. They are dynamic, powerful, and alive, with central engines that govern their structure. Here, creation and destruction merge into one. The arms of the Whirlpool may be its poetry, but the nucleus is its heartbeat, eternal, commanding, and unrelenting. We cannot tell the story of the Whirlpool without introducing its partner in the cosmic ballet, the small galaxy NGC 5195. This companion, clinging to the outer arm of the Whirlpool, has been interacting with it for hundreds of millions of years. The sight is mesmerizing. A large, grand spiral galaxy and a smaller, distorted companion bound together by gravity, performing a dance so slow that a single step takes millions of years. NGC 5195 pulls at the Whirlpool's arms, stretching them, stirring up waves of star formation. It is this gravitational embrace that gives the Whirlpool its extraordinary symmetry and brilliance. Without its companion, perhaps M51 would not have appeared so breathtakingly spiral, so perfectly arranged. Isn't it fascinating that such beauty comes from gravitational struggle? The two galaxies are on a collision course, but not in the sense we might imagine. Galaxies do not crash like solid objects. Instead, they pass through one another, their stars rarely colliding but their gas clouds slamming together, igniting bursts of star formation. Already, we see streams of gas being pulled from the Whirlpool toward NGC 5195, forming long tidal bridges of material connecting the two. One day, billions of years from now, this dance will end in merger. The two galaxies will combine into one, their spiral forms destroyed, replaced by a new shape, perhaps an elliptical galaxy. It is the fate of many galaxies, including our own Milky Way, which one day will merge with Andromeda. Watching the Whirlpool and NGC 5195 is like peering into our own cosmic future. And yet, in this slow-motion embrace, there is beauty. The Whirlpool glows brighter, star formation surges, its arms become more defined. The smaller companion, though dwarfed, leaves its mark upon the giant. This is the story of the cosmos itself. Interaction, struggle, collision, and creation. Take a moment to think about this. The light we see from the Whirlpool Galaxy tonight began its journey 31 million years ago. By the time it reaches our telescopes, civilizations have risen and fallen on Earth. Species have gone extinct, mountains have formed, and oceans have shifted. Yet this light traveled silently, carrying with the story of a galaxy far away. Isn't that awe-inspiring? When we observe the Whirlpool, we are not seeing it as it is now. We are seeing it as it was 31 million years ago. Perhaps today, somewhere in its spiral arms, stars have died in massive supernovae. Perhaps new worlds have formed around young suns. But we will not know until millions of years more have passed and their light finally reaches us. This is the magic and mystery of astronomy. Every observation is a glimpse into the past. The Whirlpool becomes not just a galaxy but a time machine, letting us peer across cosmic history. The light shows us how galaxies evolve, how stars form, how the universe itself grows and changes. Think of it. When dinosaurs walked the Earth, the light from the Whirlpool had only just begun its journey toward us. When the first humans lit fires, that same light was still crossing the vast expanse of space. And now, in our age of telescopes and science, it finally arrives, whispering its story across time. This realization humbles us. We are so small, our lives so brief, compared to the journeys of light across the cosmos. Yet, we are also privileged, for we have the minds and the instruments to understand what we see. The Whirlpool Galaxy is both a mystery and a gift, a window into the grand scale of existence. And so, our journey through the Whirlpool Galaxy comes to an end, though its story never truly ends. For millions of years to come, its arms will continue to swirl, its stars will continue to burn, its black hole will continue to hold its heart together. The dance within GC 5195 will go on, reshaping it, redefining it, until finally, in some distant epoch, it becomes something entirely new. But even then, the Whirlpool will live on in our memory, in our science, in our images captured by telescopes like Hubble. It has inspired countless astronomers and dreamers, reminding us that the universe is not static, but alive with beauty and motion. Standing beneath the night sky, we may not see it with our eyes, but we know it is there, a spiral of fire and dust, 31 million light years away, yet part of our shared cosmic story. It reminds us that galaxies are more than distant smudges. They are vast, dynamic, evolving islands of stars, each with its own tale, each with its own destiny. The Whirlpool Galaxy is not just a sight to behold. It is a lesson in creation and destruction, in the power of gravity, in the resilience of light that crosses unimaginable distances. It tells us that the cosmos is far greater, far older, and far more magnificent than we can ever fully grasp. And perhaps, someday, long after we are gone, another civilization will look upon it, just as we do now, and feel the same wonder, the same awe. For the Whirlpool is eternal, a spiral carved into the fabric of the universe, a beacon of beauty and power that will endure for as long as the stars themselves.